Major League Soccer CF Montreal vs Toronto prediction, team news, lineups preview. In the second installment of the 2024 Canadian Classique, CF Montreal will take on Toronto in MLS action at Saputo Stadium on Saturday. A come-from-behind 2-2 draw with the New York Red Bulls on Wednesday lifted Le CFM into the final Eastern Conference playoff spot, even with the Reds on 27 points, with the latter losing 3-1 to Inter Miami. Match preview. Laurent Courtois saw a resilient effort from his group in New Jersey earlier this week, ending a two-match losing run away from home in this competition. This team have managed to fight back and earn at least a point in 3 of their previous 4 league contests in which they had conceded the opener. Montreal had been chipping away at their postseason deficit for weeks and are finally above that line in the Eastern Conference, with points in 4 of their previous 5 domestic affairs. Their home form has played a big part in their resurgence, collecting a point or more in 7 consecutive domestic encounters at Saputo Stadium. That is their longest unbeaten streak at home in this competition since 2021-7. While a win or draw this weekend would set a new MLS club record for the longest run without a defeat at home in a single season. The last 5 competitive home games for them against the Reds have ended with a victory for Montreal, who have not conceded in 3 successive matches against them at Saputo Stadium across all competitions. Even without Lionel Messi to contend with, TFC were no match for Inter Miami this week, as they suffered an 8th defeat in their last 9 games across all competitions. John Herdman's men are now just a single point above the Eastern Conference playoff line and only ahead of Montreal with 2 more victories. With 9 matches remaining in the regular season, though, their postseason destiny is no longer in their hands, as Nashville SC and Montreal have a game in hand on them. Toronto have given up at least 1 goal in 10 straight competitive games, conceding 12 times in just 5 encounters this month. The Reds have lost their last 4 league contests away from home and are winless in their previous 7 MLS road fixtures. A win on matchday 26 this weekend would give them 9 domestically this season, the most for them in this competition since 2022-9. Team news. Logan Ketterer sat out of Montreal's midweek match with a sore ankle, and Lassi Lapalainen was sidelined because of a groin injury. Samuel Pete, Joel Waterman and Matthew Chouanier were all back in the starting 11 against the Red Bulls after previously missing time while on international duty with Canada at the Copa America. Joseph Martinez replaced Matias Coccaro in the second half on Wednesday and had a massive impact, netting a brace, including the equalizer from the penalty spot, shortly after a Chouanier own goal had put them behind. TFC will be without Alonso Coelho once again because of a thigh injury. Tyrese Spicer is questionable due to a lower back issue and Brandon Servania is done for the year due to a ruptured ACL. Captain Jonathan Osorio and Richie Laryea were back in the fold after being on international duty with Canada at the Copa America, while Lorenzo Insigne returned to the starting 11 for the first time since their Canadian Championship defeat versus Forge 2-1. A 79th-minute strike courtesy of Derek Etienne was a minor consolation for the Reds against Miami as Sean Johnson conceded 3 or more goals for a second successive away match in this competition. CF Montreal possible starting lineup: Sirois, Waterman, Alvarez, Sosa, Juan, Lassiter, Pete, Chouanier, Saliba, Martinez, Coccaro. Toronto possible starting lineup: Johnson, Laryea, Long, Gomes, Petretta, Bernardeschi, Osorio, Longstaff, Etienne, Insigne, Owusu. We say, CF Montreal 1-0 Toronto. Toronto have continually shot themselves in the foot with mental errors, and we expect to see a confident Montreal side eventually capitalize on that this weekend. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.